Allah is my heart's speech. Your mercy is what I beseech. Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me in my quest. Permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest. Permit me to pass the ultimate test.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبيه ومصطفاه وبعد. My dear viewers, welcome to another live edition of our program Ask Huda, and here's a quick reminder with our contact information's area code 002 then 023855 131, alternatively area code 002 then 010054693323. WhatsApp numbers area code 001-347-80625. Last WhatsApp number is area code 001-361-489-1503. I've noticed that many of the viewers and the callers, they still send text messages on the WhatsApp numbers, and I would like to remind the viewers the WhatsApp numbers are for calls only, not for messages. We cannot afford to answer the messages that you guys send. There are too many, mashallah. May Allah bless you and accept from all of us. The first pending question from the previous episode, Saeed from Nigeria: is it permissible for a lady to put on makeup and go out in public? And also, can she get engaged in making or selling makeup as a business? As for the first question, the Almighty Allah forbade women from going out without putting on the hijab. The word hijab literally means a veil. And a veil is to screen something that you cannot see what is behind it, to screen and to veil their beauty. So anything that attracts men who are not your mahram to look at you is not permissible to wear it when you go out. At home, you can wear all the makeup you want, all the perfume you want, but when you go out, يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن ذلك أدنى أن يعرفن فلا يؤذين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Brother Afridi from Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum, Afridi.
Wa alaikum salam, Sheikh. How are you?
I'm doing fine, alhamdulillah. Thank you for asking. Welcome to Ask Huda, Afridi.
Yes. In what way Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to offer Witr prayer?
No.
I know it can be offered more than one way, but I just want to know the exact way Prophet offered Witr prayer.
Okay. Any other questions?
And I have another question. Yes.
No. Yes, go ahead.
How to offer Witr prayer with just one tashahhud at the last rakah?
Again, can you repeat your last question, Afridi?
Okay, I repeat it. How to offer Witr prayer with just one tashahhud at the last rakah?
One tashahhud at the last rakah. Okay, I was going to explain that in the first question as well. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Brother Fahim from Nigeria.
One tashahhud at the last rakah. One tashahhud at the last rakah. Okay, I was going to explain that in the first question.
Fahim, Assalamu alaikum. You're live on Ask Huda. Can you mute your TV, please?
Hello?
Yes, do me a favor, mute your TV and talk to me from your handset.
Sheikh, this is Fahim from Nigeria. Sheikh, first of all, I want to thank Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for keeping us all alive.
Fahim, it won't work this way. You need to mute your TV, please.
And second, Sheikh, I want to convey my salam to all my Muslim brothers and sisters all over the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, Fahim, I won't be able to take your call unless if you mute your TV set. Now you can talk.
Sheikh, my first question is,
Yeah,
My
okay.
first question is, Sheikh, can my sister-in-law pray behind me? That means if I'm leading the prayer, can she pray behind me? I mean, is it permissible? And second of all, Sheikh, I went to one of my friend's house and I was praying, so they want to join me, even their wives and everybody. So they were praying in a different room and I was leading the prayer. Is it permissible? If the prayer will be accepted? Thank you very much, Sheikh.
You're most welcome, Fahim from Nigeria. All right. Assalamu alaikum. Murshid from Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Murshid, welcome to Ask Huda.
Thank you, Sheikh. Sheikh, I have one question. I want to know the sunnah of Jummah prayer. That means in our country, in Bangladesh, there is a khutbah in Bangla. And after that, we prayed 4 rakah sunnah prayer. And after that, we prayed another khutbah. The imam goes for another khutbah in Arabic. And after that, they prayed 2 rakah Jummah prayer. Is it the sunnah or in Bengali khutbah and Arabic khutbah? There's a 2 khutbah. Is it bidah or not? I want to clarify that, Sheikh.
Okay, got your question, Brother Murshid. So to wrap it up with the first question, Saeed from Nigeria, women wearing makeup or perfume or attractive clothes or makeup upon going out, that is not permissible. Even to the point that the Prophet ﷺ said, if a woman happened to wear perfume, and even though she's going to the masjid, he said, don't go to the masjid, go home, wash it off, and you can come back. Accordingly, selling makeup, is it permissible or not permissible? The use of makeup is permissible, and it could be forbidden if a woman goes out, wears full makeup in order to attract people to look at her and she's not wearing hijab. So if selling the makeup in a place where people normally use it for their spouses and at home, then this is absolutely permissible. But if it is known that, you know, the people who buy it would wear it outside, if you know that you're not supposed to take part in that. Afridi from Bangladesh, our first caller today, how the Prophet ﷺ used to pray Witr, and he also inquired about praying the tashahhud in the last rak'ah if he were to pray them together. One of the forms in which Prophet Muhammad ﷺ offered the Witr is by praying the 3 rak'ahs all together. And in this case, you gotta pray the tashahhud only once at the last rak'ah, which will be the 3rd. It will be a full tashahhud. At-tahiyyatu lillah, all the way to innaka hamidun majid, which will include as well Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad, which means no sitting in the middle, no tashahhud. Second form, where he prayed 2 rak'ahs and he sat for tashahhud, then he made taslim, then he got up and he prayed 1 rak'ah by itself with tashahhud and taslim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Fawziya from the USA.
It will be the 3rd. It will be a full tashahhud. At-tahiyyatu lillah, all the way to
Sister Fawziya, you're live on Ask Huda. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Fawziya, assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Walaikum salam.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not good in English, first of all, for that.
Okay.
I want to ask you one question. My friend, she lost her husband last week. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala place him in paradise.
Ameen.
So what is the sunnah of the, after she lost her husband until 4 months? What is the sunnah for her?
All right. Thank you, Sister Fawziya. May Allah have mercy on her husband and grant her patience. Ameen. Fahim from Nigeria, our caller from Nigeria, said that can his sister-in-law pray behind him in Jama'ah alone? I'm going to answer the question first. Habibi, you and your sister-in-law are not supposed to be together alone behind closed doors. That is not permissible. That is not permissible. Your sister-in-law is not a mahram. But if you're asking about, we are at home, my wife is not praying due to her monthly period, but she joined me in the Jama'ah, that's okay. Any woman wants to pray behind her mahram, she would step behind him, she would pray exactly behind him, even if she is his mother, his sister, his wife, or his daughter, not next to him. If you're asking about your sister-in-law along with your daughter, along with her sister, along with your wife, then definitely the questions asked, this is definitely permissible. Also, he said that I was visiting some people and I led the prayer in their house and people were praying in another room. Can they see you? Can they hear you? I mean, were they able to know that you're making takbir, ruku', sujood? If yes, then this is permissible. Sometimes whenever we're invited to somebody's house, it cannot encompass the whole congregation in one room. So that's why you find some people will pray in the hall, some people will pray in the corridor, and the ladies in another room facing the same qibla, they could see us or they could hear us or both. That is permissible. Okay. Brother Muhammad from the KSA, Assalamu alaikum Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum Shaykh, how are you Shaykh?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Nice to hear from you Shaykh. Please do dua for all Muslims Shaykh. Ameen.
Ameen. Likewise Muhammad, nice to hear from you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Shaykh, I have one question. Honestly, I done lots of backbiting long time ago for many people. And the problem is I done, for that I asked the forgiveness to Allah. I done tawbah prayer. But the thing is, now I come to know for the forgiveness, we also need to ask the people. But the problem is, I understand, if I ask the people, sometimes it won't be possible because it is not, a good way to ask them. Second thing, some of the people who are backbited, we are not available now to, even though they are soft-minded people. So that means my intention is good. I'm not going to backbite. But the problem is, I don't know how to, talk to these guys. Or, sometimes, it will create a fitna, So I don't know, Sheikh. I actually asked, forgiveness to Allah. But do I need to do anything? Thank you, Sheikh.
Thank you, Brother Muhammad from the KSA. Sister Mika from Canada, welcome to Ask Huda. Sister Mika.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the program.
Alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair.
Jazana wa iyakum. Go ahead, Sister Mika.
Okay, I have a question concerning non-Muslim parents. Would it be permissible to attend the funeral for a non-Muslim parent when they have no one else?
Okay, I got your question, and maybe it's a pressing one. For the son or for the daughter to attend the burial place, it is permissible only for the first degree relative in order to bury his parent, not to attend the service. Praying to other than Allah is not permissible to attend, but to attend the burial, to carry on the process of the funeral, that is permissible. The Prophet ﷺ didn't attend Abu Talib's funeral, but he said to Ali, go ahead and bury your dad. So Ali ibn Abi Talib buried Abu Talib. Thank you, Sister Mika. Brother Mudathir from India, Assalamu alaikum. Mudathir, Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Okay, one more attempt. طيب. Next question is from Murshid from Bangladesh, who called earlier. He's asking about the sunnah for Jummah prayer and the Friday sermon. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Jumu'ah, a surah which was revealed after the Jummah prayer, the Friday prayer, and its importance. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. He said, when you hear the call to the Jummah prayer, then leave everything behind, including business, trade, and whatever keeps you busy. Leave everything behind and respond to the dhikr of Allah. Yani, dhikrullah here refers to the Jummah prayer, particularly the Friday sermon. The Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith that the angels keep recording the names of those who come to the Jummah prayer, first come, first serve, until the Imam sits on the minbar, climbs the minbar, and he says, Assalamu alaikum. Then they fold the records. And the angels themselves, they step in the masjid in order to attend a dhikr, which is the Friday sermon. The sunnah during the life of the Prophet ﷺ was that the companions used to go as early as possible. Some would go several hours before Jumu'ah. And when you go early, what do? They pray nawafil, 2, 4, 6, 8, more or less, whatever you can afford. What is this called? Voluntary prayers. Voluntary prayers. It is not an emphatic sunnah, nor is it prescribed sunnah to be prayed before Jumu'ah, like in the case of every day's dhuhr. In every day's dhuhr we pray 4 rak'ahs 2 by 2 before and 4 rak'ahs 2 by 2 after dhuhr. In the case of Jumu'ah, there is no prescribed sunnah such as the emphatic sunnah of the dhuhr. So what do? When you enter the masjid, you do not sit down before praying the 2 rak'ahs, which are known as Tahiyatul Masjid or the greeting of the masjid. Even if the Imam is giving the Friday sermon. But if you come early and you want to pray nawafil, as many rak'ahs, as many units as you want, 2 by 2, it is permissible. It is recommended to do that. But there is no specific, prescribed or emphatic sunnah, certain number of rak'ahs before Jumu'ah, other than praying Tahiyatul Masjid before sitting down. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Uthman from United Arab Emirates, Assalamu alaikum. Uthman, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sheikh, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you. Uthman, go ahead.
Yes, a small question regarding the property, buying of the property. One of the society in Pakistan, they announce the plots in installments. Usually they are taking initial money and they are taking then 2 or 3 years installment. But the plots number, usually they are not announcing initially, but on the basis of balloting, after some time, they are announcing the numbers of the plot. So is it valid to buy this kind of property or not?
I have a couple questions for you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. There are certain things that you gotta be aware of with regards to the property, such as how big is the space and the location. Are these two things known for you or unknown?
Yes.
You know how big is it? How many square meters, square foot? Do you know the
yes.
The measurement?
It's like different square meters plots, like residential and the commercial plots. And you can buy according to their announcements. They have a different category, so you can choose from any category. So they can make an balloting for that category.
Yeah, I understand that. Once you chose a residential plot, but there are 50 of them in one neighborhood. In one neighborhood, there is 50 of them. They are not being assigned yet. There is one on the corner, which is more prestigious, which you may have to pay extra. And there is one which is eastern direction, western direction. If the space is known, how big is it, the measurement, and the property, the whole community is known, And it doesn't make any difference with you whether it is number 1 or number 5 or number 10. Basically, it will be based on computerized lotting, drawn lot, that is permissible. What is not permissible once there is
Hello?
Can you hear me? Akhi Uthman. Okay, hang up and you hear the answer.
Hello?
Just hang up and you will hear the answer again, Uthman. Okay? Uthman, inshallah, you will hear the answer now. But in the same order your question was received. Okay, Muddathir, assalamu alaikum. Ya Muddathir, assalamu alaikum.
Assalam, Sheikh. How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing just fine. Tell me, how about yourself?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah, Sheikh. Sheikh, I have a question for you, small question.
Nah. Go ahead, Muddathir, and raise your voice,
Hello?
please.
Can you hear me, Sheikh?
I hear you, but you need to raise your voice.
Okay, Sheikh, my question is that sometimes I forget how many rak'ah I pray. So what should I do? If I pray one rak'ah separately, should I pray the ikam also or not?
Okay, got your question. Brother Jamal from Qatar, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Yes, I am online now. Assalamu alaikum, Ustaz.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Go ahead, present your question, please.
Yeah, I want to ask one question regarding eating meat that is slaughtered by non-Muslims. So, I tried to search in the internet and I have heard various versions. Some people say the one who slaughtered by Ahl al-Kitabs, you can eat those meat. So that means sheep or goat, allowable animals, I'm telling you. So is it permissible to eat if it is slaughtered by non-Muslims? That's what I want to know.
Now your question. Thank you, Jamal from Qatar. Brother Muhammad from Kenya, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Huda. Muhammad, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you doing, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah, thank you for asking. How about yourself?
It's Muhammad from Kenya.
Please go ahead, Muhammad.
Can I proceed?
Muhammad, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Go ahead and present your question, please.
Oh, Sheikh, I had a question. Is trading
I lost you again.
Forex halal or haram?
Can't hear you. Muhammad from Kenya, try again. Brother Ali from USA. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Go ahead, Ya Ali.
Yes, yeah, I'm asking about, I sort of realized something a while ago that I'm asking about the leather stuff that's the leather products, you know, like for example, like especially the car seats, you know, they're made of leather and, you know, I mean, I'm in America and you know, I just have doubts about these because, you know, you don't know what type of, you know, for example, animal they come from, like, I mean, you know, like donkey or pig or whatever. I mean, I know I highly doubt that leather stuff is from, you know, haram animal, but, you know, it's just doubtful. It's like, I sort of treat it like meat, so like, you know, if it rains and
Ali,
in the car.
Ali, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got your question. As long as it is tanned and it is not from pigs, it's permissible. Even if it is from dead animals which have not been slaughtered or sacrificed. Got it? As long as it is tanned. Brother Salman from Bangladesh. Salman, assalamu alaikum. You're live on Ask Huda. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, Salman, go ahead.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Raise your voice, please.
Yes. Yes. My question is also about the Jummah Salah that you already answered in a couple calls before. But the thing is that in Bangladesh, usually what happens is that the Imam kind of gives like a 15-minute time
the bayan.
for
I'm aware of
the
that.
Sunnah before the Fard.
Yeah, Salman.
So at that time, it is actually a little bit weird. Like, if I'm sitting down and not praying when everyone else is praying, so kind of like people look at me in a different way.
Okay.
Because, so in that case, if I'm performing Nawafil, so would that be okay? Because I don't want to seem like that, I'm showing off, that people thinking I'm doing the Sunnah, but I'm actually doing something else.
Okay. I got your question, Salman. Muhammad from Kenya. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing fine. Go ahead, Akhi.
Am I audible now?
Yes, crystal clear, not just audible.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to ask regarding online trading of Forex.
Yes.
Is it halal or haram?
Akhi Muhammad, listen to this.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Tell me, how do you trade on Forex online? Personally, your personal business transaction on Forex. Tell me.
Currently, I'm new. I've not ventured much into it. That's why I was...
So you're new?
Yeah, I'm new to it. I've not ventured much into it. So I wanted to ask you, maybe
now you can hang up.
Are somehow familiar with it.
Yeah. Now you can hang up and listen immediately, because this question has been asked so many times. So I'd like just to give...
Okay, thanks.
You can listen to the answer now. Brothers and sisters, is trading in currencies, purchasing and selling various currencies against each other, permissible? Permissible with conditions. Number one, that you have to do the trade in the same sitting simultaneously at the same time, even though there are two different currencies. So the value is not a condition, like you're given US dollar versus your Kenyan currency. The US dollar worth 7, it's okay, it's permissible. In the bank is different price than the black market, than if you trade it outside the bank, than if you trade it online. As long as the money that you're investing in, you're trading, buying or selling, the transaction happens simultaneously at the same time. So you have an account, you have a balance with Forex. And what you do is you buy the foreign currency from your own account. What you do, you press a button and you do the transfer from your account, and you get the new currency deposited in your account. Is that permissible? That's my money or somebody else's money, but I'm not paying interest on that. Okay? And what I'm doing is I'm trading simultaneously on the same time. That is permissible, because the Prophet ﷺ said, when it comes to silver, gold, or anything similar to that, like banknotes, it must be yadan biyad. If there is a delay, then there is riba, such as I'm going to give you this, but in a week later you give me the other currency. That's not permissible. So you're investing in your own money. You're not taking a loan with interest, as you do on the Forex. They would give you money and they would charge interest so that you will invest in it. No, my money, I deposited 10 grams, and now I want to buy euros. Tomorrow is getting more expensive. I sell it and I take the money deposited in my account back. In this case, this is permissible. Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad from France. Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Sheikh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for asking. Yes, crystal clear. MashaAllah.
Sheikh, I have a question which is a bit longer. So hang on me, please. Actually, I'm working here in France, and it's very difficult to find the halal jobs. So first I had to struggle with that. Then I find a job, but the problem is in that job I cannot pray the Jummah prayer because on that time it's very busy. So there is no way I can get out from the work and go to the Jummah. So instead, I pray Dhuhr for that. But it's been going for a long time, and I'm thinking, am I doing right or wrong?
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely forbidden. I can assure you, inshallah, when you sacrifice whatever is blocking you from attending the Jumu'ah prayer, Allah will definitely provide for you from means you could never expect or imagine, and much more and greater than what you're earning now. Look at the ayah of Surah Al-Jumu'ah, which I just recited. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. Now I'm not the one who's answering your question, Muhammad from France. The one who's answering your question, Muhammad, is Allah. He says, if you truly believe, you gotta come to the call of Allah and attend the remembrance of Allah. If you were to know, then after you're finished with it, spread out, dispense on earth in order to earn your provision, and don't forget to make the remembrance of Allah. Then he said, criticizing those who keep busying them from the remembrance of Allah, as they don't understand the reality. Allah is the best of providers. Wallahu khayrul raziqeen. The Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, whoever skips 3 consecutive Jumu'ahs and he doesn't attend them, a seal will be placed on his heart. There is a big fear that this person will be turned away from the deen. Muhammad, don't you skip Friday prayer unless if you're musafir, or unless if there is no masjid nearby, and unless if you're sick and you cannot go to the masjid. Those regular valid excuses. You are in town and there is a masjid, go and attend the Friday prayer. And if you get fired, inshallah, you need to look for another job, and Allah will provide you better than what you have sacrificed for His sake. Don't you skip the Friday prayer. We gotta take a short break, and we'll be back inshallah in a couple minutes. Please stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back. Our contact information should appear on the bottom of the screen for the reminder. Scalona Jahara from the UK is asking, Assalamu alaikum, is it permissible to pray 2 rak'ah prayers like Dhuhr and Asr together, as praying in exact time is difficult on the nature of my work as I'm a nurse in the UK? Sister Jahara, may Allah bless you and grant you success in your job and in your business. It's only permissible to shorten the 4 rak'ah prayers into 2 if you're traveling. But if the hospital is in your living zone and you don't travel, the travel distance, then it's not permissible to shorten the 4 rak'ahs to 2. Due to the nature of your work, as I was in the medical field and I know how hectic it is in the hospital, and myself and my colleagues know exactly what it means, you can do the following things. Number 1, let's talk about Dhuhr and Asr for instance. If you're tied up, jumping between the cases, or checking out the patients, and it is not a surgery where you're stuck in the operating room for hours, So these are regular working hours. What you can do is delay the dhuhr until a few minutes before the Asr Azan. So you say Allahu Akbar, you go to the lounge, the fitting room, or the locker, or there is a chapel in every hospital, even in the UK, and you say Allahu Akbar, you pray dhuhr. By the time you finish, you will hear the adhan for Asr, so you pray Asr. This is how you get to pray dhuhr, still on time, and it will be followed exactly by Asr, and all not more than 10 minutes. Okay? If you are in the operating room assisting the surgeons and you cannot leave, you're scrubbed in, that's okay. You can, in this case, combine two prayers such as Dhuhr and Asr together at the time of either one of them. Maghrib and Isha together at the time of, most likely it will be the later one of them, or unless if the operation will begin after you pray Maghrib, go ahead, pray Maghrib and Isha so that you can have the rest of the time to spend in the operation or the ER. May Allah bless you and grant you success, Sister Jahara. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Api from Malaysia.
Wa alaikum salam, Sheikh. How are you?
I'm doing great,
Okay,
alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, Sheikh, I have two questions.
Yeah.
One question is, let's say if I fell in love with a girl, how do I approach her? Because my friend asked me, you have to get her number, go out a date with her, but I know this is all not from the sunnah. Maybe you can tell me. And the second question is, what if she is a non-Muslim girl? How do I approach her in a halal way?
Abi, did you already fall in love or not yet?
Yep.
Did you already fall in love or not yet? You're just asking.
I want to know her. I don't know whether she's the right one or the
Well,
I just want to know whether she's the right one because I want to nikah as fast as I can.
Do you have somebody in mind already?
Yes, I do have, but she's a non-Muslim, so
you fell
and a
in love
Muslim, so I have two. So I don't know which one is the right for me, but I want to know how to know her first.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Go.
Okay, inshallah, Shaykh. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallahu khairan, Abi from Malaysia. I wish you all the best in your future marriage, but I will answer you in the same question, in the same order that your question was received. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Fatima from Sri Lanka. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sheikh, I have two questions.
Yeah?
And my first question would be with regards to kith and kin, like the order of importance. Is it through your paternal side or your maternal side? Since I have no siblings and I'm the only child, so how does the silatul rahim, as in how does the kith and kin in terms of blood relatives work?
Okay.
And in terms of importance of the relationship. And my second question would be, there's this cultural thing in my country where people, they have this belief that if you tend to eat a little salt before your meal, it would help you with your digestion and it would prevent illnesses. I would like to know if it is permissible to follow it, or is it just something superstitious and not allowed
you eat
in
salt,
Islam?
Salt before the meal. Am I correct? Did I hear you correctly?
Yes, before the meal.
Okay,
like
can you hear me?
Every meal.
Okay, if you can hear me, hang on, Sister Fatima from Sri Lanka. Both sides, paternal and maternal, they do have rights upon you. Uncles and aunts, paternal and maternals. Cousins and nieces and nephews from both sides do have rights upon you, so you have to uphold the ties of kinship towards both. As far as your cultural tradition of eating salt before the meal, because it's not something superstitious, or you're saying it has nothing to do with the religion, they say it is digestive. If it is proven to be digestive and it is helpful, there is nothing wrong with taking it. But as a pharmacologist, I'm not sure how can salt be digestive if you eat it before the meal. It may only increase your blood pressure. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Abdul Malik from Germany. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, go ahead, Abdul Malik.
Sheikh, Alhamdulillah. Sheikh, I have one question. Is congregation praying in congregation, is it fard? Because last time you said it's not fard, and Unfortunately, I couldn't find the evidence on the guns of the pious. So that's my question for today. Barakallah feek. May Allah preserve you.
Okay, thank you, Abdul Malik. I did say, Imam al-Shafi'i said it is a communal duty, fardu kifaya. So if some people attended in the masjid, those who did not attend in the masjid, they missed the word of the congregational prayer, but their prayer is valid. There is another set of the scholars who say that it's an emphatic sunnah, but Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal perceives it as an individual duty, fard, where every person should attend the prayer in the masjid. And the more correct view, wallahu ta'ala a'la wa a'lam, that it is an emphatic sunnah, and every male Muslim who's able to attend the prayer in the masjid should not miss this magnificent word, because the Prophet ﷺ said, it is 27 times greater to pray in congregation than if you pray by yourself or at home or in your shop. Thank you, Abdul Malik from Germany. Quickly, Murshid from Bangladesh, and also our brother Salman, who called later from Bangladesh, and he said that the tradition, I'm fully aware of the Hanafi tradition, okay? And basically, because Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, requested that if you give the khutbah, it should be delivered in Arabic. It should be delivered in Arabic. It is not permissible to deliver the Friday sermon in any other language. So what they do is, they do something not bad. They give a khatira, or they call it bayan, an explanation of what will be discussed in the khutbah supposedly in Arabic. They give it in the local language. In Pakistan, in Urdu. In India, in Indian. In Bangladesh, in their local Bengali language. In Sri Lanka, likewise. So in Sri Lanka, they are mainly Shafi'is, but there are some Hanafis. So what they do is they give a bayan first. This bayan, for the purpose of educating the community, if they don't know Arabic, that's okay. But it has nothing to do with the Jummah. Then there is another thing where they call the first adhan. And where the first adhan came from, because the ayah says, إِذَا نُودِيَ لِلصَّلَاةِ مِنْ يَوْمِ الْجُمْعَةِ, as if there is only one adhan like Dhuhr. Exactly, that is true. Throughout the time of the Prophet, Abu Bakr and Umar, it was only one adhan for Jummah. When the Ummah expanded, marketplaces became huge. While people were busy in the market, some people wouldn't hear the adhan and they would come late. Amir al-Mu'mineen Uthman ibn Affan suggested to keep a mu'azzin in the marketplace to announce to people the Jummah will be in a little bit. They didn't have watches, they didn't have phones, they didn't have alarms, they didn't have speakers to know that it's a prayer time, only when they hear the adhan. So the mu'azzin will alert the people a few minutes before the actual adhan, so that they will drop everything and will attend the masjid before the khatib or the imam climb the minbar. People now, especially those who are following the madhab, not necessarily Imam Abu Hanifa, they do pray sunnah before Jummah. As said, you may pray many rak'ahs, as many as you want, before Jummah, until you hear the imam is climbing the minbar and saying Assalamu alaikum. But those prayers are called mutlaqun nafl, general voluntary prayers. It is not something emphatic or non-emphatic that it is highly recommended to do it, or prescribed specific sunnah before Jummah. So when the adhan is called and you want to pray, no problem. You don't want to pray, there is no specific emphatic sunnah. You can keep sitting down. I personally, when I do my ibadah, I should neglect how people would perceive my ibadah. Am I doing this because I want to pray voluntary prayers? Allahu Akbar. I started actually before the adhan and now I'm resuming, no problem. Okay, let me take advantage and pray now 2 or 4 or 6 rakahs. Is that permissible? Permissible. But I understand perfectly there is no intention to precede this as a prescribed sunnah. I hope you understand the difference. Barakallahu feekum. He keeps telling me time. but we have a lot of questions. So what I'm thinking is tonight, inshallah, I still have some more to do approximately in a few hours, maybe 3-4 hours or so. I would go live on my page to answer all those pending questions. And the many questions which I received today in the program, mashallah, there are many questions, Suleiman, Karuf, and others. And subhanallah, I was so determined to answer them, but we ran out of time. So I do apologize to those who didn't hear the answer to their questions right now. But inshallah, and the callers who are still calling, but inshallah, as I said, tonight, past midnight, Egypt time, Mecca time, I'll go live on my page to answer those questions, and you're most welcome to present further more questions, inshallah. This is the least I can do to accommodate you, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for your moral support, for your dua, and for your financial support. Huda TV and its team really make dua for you. May Allah bless you all, make you prosper, and keep us all steadfast on the straight path. I will see you in a few hours. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allah is my heart's speech. Your mercy is what I beseech. Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me